I just wanted to ask about Chuck Daly. And I mean, this is one of the greatest coaches in NBA history, certainly. But I don't know that he's thought of that way. You think of the great ones and Pat Riley and Red Auerbach and Phil Jackson. I feel like Chuck kind of gets, he doesn't get his due in terms of how good he was.
Well, the thing is, when you have a guy like Chuck Daly, he was an older coach. The thing that you think about with Chuck Daly, he was an older coach, got his chance and opportunity to be a head coach in the NBA late, but he was able to put guys and their egos to the side and make everybody be accountable. And Coop, being in the gym, knowing that if Magic's there, Kareem's there early, then you got to have your ass there early. Yeah, they talk about philosophies. They talk about the San Antonio way. They talk about this culture. But shoot, back then everybody had a culture. It's like if you knew this guy was the last person there, and I played with a guy like Charles Barkley, and I love Charles to death, but he wasn't the leader. Is the first one there and the last one to leave, and that's what you have to do. And Chuck Daly said, be responsible and accountable for yourselves. And when you do that, you'll see the improvement of your team. So the reason why he doesn't get mentioned a lot, you keep hearing guys like Popovich, you keep hearing because he won multiple championships, Phil Jackson, they won multiple championships. But here's the thing. We didn't really have like the best players, that probably we got three guys that made it into the Hall of Fame, but we really didn't have the best players. We had the best chemistry out of a lot of the championships.
Rick, I disagree a little bit. I was looking at you guys' team, man, and I mean Isaiah, Dumars, yourself, Lambeer,
Spider,
Mark Aguirre, Adrian Dantley,
Rodman, Sally. Yeah,
I mean, Chuck did a great job of handling Dennis Rodman, a young Dennis Rodman coming in.
Yeah, that was, that's when when your team makes you accountable. If we saw Worm coming in with some BS, we was like, man, we don't need that BS around. Remember John Sally was always going to Arsenio Hall, and that was his boy and all that. So it's like, look, you want to play basketball, or you want to sit up here and be in entertainment, or you want to be a comedian? Get your ass here to work. Yeah. And that's where, you're able. What was cool about playing with Isaiah is you were able to call him out just as much as he was able to call you out. And the competitiveness that we had as players, it started on the practice floor. Coop, good and well, we had Vinnie Johnson, a microwave, similar to you. You were gonna go at Magic and B. Scott and them and Norm and them. Yep. You were going at their ass because you wanted their time. Now it's like these guys inherit, and I ain't mad at them. I learned the other day from Chuck, Chuck D from Public Enemy. He was like, dude, you talking about guys that was 5 years removed from junior high school. And I had to go like, oh, shit. We talking somebody that was 14 years old, still in junior high, and now he's in the NBA, and we wonder about fundamentals. Yeah. We wonder about, the maturity. And gosh, it's only it's exceptions to every rule. And I thought when LeBron James got in here at 18, I thought that LeBron was just, you look at him and you go, wow, this dude really worked at his craft and knew what he had to do to take it to the next level. So it's all about accountability from your teammates, not necessarily this San Antonio way, because we don't hear the San Antonio way anymore.
Rick, last question, man. Who do you think's coming out the East and who do you think's coming out the West? And give us your championship pick.
Well, I can tell you right now, where could you sell more T-shirts?
Celtics, Lakers.
You're gonna stop it.
Or the merch. Come on, Coop. If you see the Celtics and the Lakers in the finals, call me. You got the number. Call me, because you go like, okay, well, you sell a lot of T-shirts if it's Miami. What's the you look at where you can sell some T-shirts. I'm looking at the Lakers making it, getting to the finals because they do have talent, but they also have a commitment. When you down in a bubble in that atmosphere, you don't have home court advantage, but it's a dedication, boy. It's like, you're on lockdown, and I see Daniel House was a prime example of that with Houston, knowing that you can't do these things without repercussions. So then, you know, that's affecting your team because that's where we go back to accountability. We're here for a mission and not just because we're here. So I go Lakers and Celtics, and I go Lakers in 6.